Thank you and welcome everyone. My name is Doug Williams and I'm the robotics teacher here at Shelton Intermediate School. Our robotics program is only 3 years old and focused on engineering practices, including mechanical, electrical, software engineering, problem solving skills, and coding.
My name is Rob Swarczewski. I'm a STEM teacher at the Shelton Intermediate School as well. The program I teach is entitled Inventors Lab, and it's about I think it's our 6th year in the program. And we work on problem solving as well. We learn about the design thinking process, and we do 3D design and printing, which we are currently working on. And we do the fundamentals of coding to learn computational thinking.
We are pleased to be joined by State Senator Kevin Kelly, Rachel Marcus of PhRMA, Adelia Sormakun of the SAS PTO, and of course our students. So please welcome State Senator Kevin Kelly.
Well, thank you very much, Rob and Doug. Thank you for all you do in making sure that this program it not only exists, but that it's as vital and enthusiastic as it's been. I've been invited by PhRMA to be with you virtually today, and I'm really happy to announce that the Shelton Intermediate School PTO has been selected by PhRMA to receive a $2,000 STEM Talent Pipeline grant to support your school and these projects. The Shelton Intermediate School students, I mean, they impress all the time. I mean, unfortunately, COVID's come along and we aren't able to see this like we did in the past, but it's just it's an exciting, it's a real cool program, and it demonstrates the real creativity and talent of our youth, which is our future. And whenever you can see kids get involved and really do some high end, some high end creativity and engineering, it really warms your heart knowing that our future is bright when you have minds like that are so enthusiastic and energetic about a subject matter. So STEM is a growing field. It's a challenging field. And these opportunities are so important, and to see that your good work is putting these students on a pipeline to that success needs to be commended. And I'm so happy that PhRMA recognized that and recognized all that you do for the kids in Shelton. And I'm just very happy to see that this award was given to you. So once again, I want to thank PhRMA for inviting me here today to join you in this announcement to support all the outstanding things you do for our kids. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Rachel Marcus from PhRMA, who is with us to talk about how your STEM education might apply to some opportunities in the biopharmaceutical industry.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Kelly. Again, yes, my name is Rachel Marcus, and I am a Director of Advocacy and Strategic Alliances in PhRMA based in Washington, D.C. I just want to echo what Senator Kelly just said. In the past, we've been able to do these events in person and get to see all the great work that the teachers and the students are doing. We've come a long way in COVID, but we're not all the way there yet, so safety first. But I think a lot of us are excited about the fact that we get to spend the holidays with family we didn't see last year due to a lot of the work in the biopharmaceutical sphere, and to the kudos of our researchers and our scientists who brought us a vaccine and in multiple vaccines in record time. So we're excited about that, and hopefully soon in the future, we will all be able to be together again safely. So thank you for highlighting that, Senator Kelly, and really just thank you for nominating this school and highlighting the amazing work that's being done at Shelton Intermediate. We rely on our legislators to point out the amazing work being done in their districts, and we're just so grateful to you for doing that and for being an advocate for education and for the biopharmaceutical industry in Connecticut. So we just really appreciate that. As I said, there's so much work that has been done by our researchers and our doctors and our workers in the biopharmaceutical industry. But the reason for this grant is because we're not just thinking about right now, we're thinking about the future. We're thinking who is going to fill all the vacant roles that are going to be needed in the biopharmaceutical sphere in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Who are going to be the next people who find the next cures for not just, pandemics, but, cancer, diabetes, arthritis, things like that. We really need to think about that. And so we look to our students, and that is why this program exists. That's why we give grants to amazing programs like these that really just do the best they can to teach students not just how to learn about STEM careers, but also how to learn, how to fail, how to succeed, how to get kicked down and get right back up again and try the next experiment. So that's what you are all doing at Shelton Intermediate. And I want to really thank the teachers, Mr. Shershwesky and Mr. Williams for doing this for us. We really, really appreciate it. And just to highlight a number for you guys in Connecticut, by 2028, Connecticut is going to have to fill over 132,000 STEM positions just in your state alone. So there will be jobs waiting for you when you graduate from college or grad school, whatever you do in Connecticut, if you want to stay. And we, of course, hope you do. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I cannot wait to hear from the students and what they are learning at Shelton Intermediate. So I'll turn it back to you all.
Thank you so much, Rachel. So we're very excited about the STEM programming that we're offering our students this year. Our curriculum allows students to dive right into STEM and gain hands-on experience and opportunities to explore their interests in a field where career options continue to grow, as you said, and the need for new innovative medicines is essential. COVID-19 has changed the landscape for how we educate our students, and we've been creative with how we engage and offer new exciting opportunities, particularly in the STEM subjects. So this STEM talent pipeline grant from PhRMA will help us support our students, encourage them to continue developing their interests in these fields. And this grant will help us offer students unique STEM activities when we need them the most. So thank you again to Senator Kevin Kelly for joining us today, for supporting our STEM programming and the students of Shelton. And I'd like to also extend my thanks to PhRMA for supporting our programming and encouraging our students to learn more about the STEM fields. And now I'm going to ask Mr. Rob Swerczewski to discuss some of the projects our students are working on and what they've learned as part of the program.
Thank you. And thank you, PhRMA and Senator Kelly for the grant nomination. And we do appreciate it. Our students obviously will appreciate it as well. I just, something you mentioned, Rachel, about the failure, teaching them to fail. One of the things we say in our classroom is, failure is the stepping stone to success. And so being able to embrace that failure and learn from it and move forward certainly speeds up the learning process. So one of the things we do in my course, as I mentioned, was it's problem solving. And we use the design thinking process, and we incorporate with that process empathy. So learning about those that have the problem that we are going to solve or we are designing a solution for. We follow that up with defining a specific problem, brainstorming solutions, building prototypes, and then testing, and back and forth until through that failure phase, and repeating that process until we have a solution that works for all. And we are doing that right now with 3D design. The students are designing a specific object for each other. So they're going through that entire process. And what's nice about that is that empathy piece. We use that across the district within our school with our students, just teaching people about empathy, allowing them to better understand each other, to get along better. And it's a lifelong skill. And when we're incorporating that into the STEM as well. So that is enjoyable. With Doug's course, of course, the robotics, as you know, that's a huge field currently and in the future. And they're actually tasked with developing an idea for their robot, assembling that robot, and then using the coding language to program that robot to complete a specific mission. And so they are in the middle of that project right now. And I have our students here. I'd like to introduce you. We'll start with. Want to start? We'll start with Serena. She's going to just introduce herself and explain a little bit about her and what she's learned. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Serena, and I like my robotics class and doing coding overall. One of the things we learned in my robotics class about torque and force and coding and stuff like that. I actually also do an after-school class with coding and participated with the last Random Hacks of Kindness, and which we created apps for pediatric cancer.
Wow.
Good. And I'd like to now introduce Bridget, another one of our students. Go ahead, Bridget.
Hello, my name is Bridget. When I'm older, I want to be an architect because I love hands-on learning and building and math and science all together. I'm in Mr. Williams' robotics class, and currently we are coding our robots. We learned about torque, we learned about gear mechanisms, gear trains, all that.
Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Bridget. And I have here with us Ethan. Ethan, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Ethan. When I grow up, I want to be an electrical and mechanical engineer. I'm in Mr. Williams and Mr. S's class. We've been learning a lot about coding mechanisms, like the gear ratio and 3D design, electricity and magnetism, which helped me like push my interest in electrical and mechanical engineering.
Right.
Thank you, Ethan. And last but certainly not least, we have Aria. Go ahead, Aria.
Hello, my name is Aria, and my STEM career path that I want to do, I want to be a psychiatrist or psychologist because I love helping people like work through problems in their life and like help them get better if they're struggling. And a lot of my inspiration comes from my family, who some of them have struggled in their lives. And I just like want to help people like feel better about themselves and their life.
Well,
That's great.
hey, Rob and Doug, let me interrupt you just 1 second. For the senator's benefit, I don't believe he'd gotten on yet when you explained actually where you were coming from, what room you're in, so that he knows what
Oh,
that
yes. So
background is.
what you see here behind our students, we're actually in Mr. Williams' storage closet for his robotics program. You want to explain what's in here, Doug?
Sure. So behind the students, you can see there's, right now, we're working on our clawbots. So the students have built all of these robots that you can see behind. And Mr. Swarczewski is pulling one out now. These are all built by students, and they've used all of their knowledge about mechanical systems to build these. We're now working on coding these. So the students are going to have a series of challenges that they need to complete with these robots, and they'll do all of the coding themselves. And so yeah, and then we also have our 3D printer in the back. We have a couple of these that we use for 3D design and modeling. And yeah, so
We figured that would be a great backdrop for this program. So
absolutely.
the closet it is.
Sure now, right? That's great.
So
Right,
yeah, that's it from us. And I'd like to send it back to Mr. McCabe.
Great, thanks very much. And I also want to make sure if you guys were done, Rachel or Senator Kelly, if there was anything else you wanted to add, now would be the time. But I also wanted to make sure that we expressed our thanks to the Shelton Intermediate School PTO and Adelia for their help in securing this grant. It was very helpful, Adelia, and it was on a short timeline, and you were great. That must be a great organization of parents that you have there. So thank you.
Yeah, just a follow-up thanks
I'm
to
on
Doug and
mute.
Bob. To
But yes,
Yeah.
I think it's, it's just parents, we're here for the school.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and I
Go
just
ahead,
wanted
Senator.
to also follow up, Patrick, just to, once again, thank Rob and Doug for all they do. I mean, their involvement and commitment to this program, as well as the teachers and administrators at Shelton Intermediate School. This is a real resource. It's a gem, really, that not every school or education board of ed has. And to see that we have this level of expertise, talent among our teachers, and that they're willing to not only make the investment and commitment, but they do so in a way that they get students involved. And when you see what the students can do, it's very impressive. I mean, it's extremely impressive. And just the 4 students that were there, thank them. I'm sure this was nerve-wracking for them to get on a Zoom call with a bunch of adults, but hats off. That's what they've done. They care about this program so much that they're willing to do that. And it's just good to see that everyone in Shelton is pulling in the right direction.
Terrific. Well, thank you, and thank everyone. And Senator, thank you for your leadership, not only for your district, everything that you do on behalf of the towns in your district, but also statewide in your position as majority leader in the Senate. And it's greatly appreciated. With that, we can let everyone get back to teaching and legislating or lawyering. Everyone, I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season, and we look forward to continuing a relationship with you all.
Yeah.
Have a good
Happy
day, everyone.
holidays, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Thank you.